In this video, I'm going to cover the most important things you need to know at the beginning of your human design journey. You will learn about your aura type, your human design strategy, and your human design authority. So by the end of this episode, you will practically know how to operate in alignment with your unique energy and how to make decisions that are based on your inner guidance. Also, you will be able to understand other people in your life because I will cover all the types, all strategies, and all authorities. It is part 2 of 3-part series on how to read your human design chart. So if you did not see the part 1 and you are interested in the basics of human design system, you can check it out and come back to see this video. My name is Karina, I'm a human design professional, and this is Human Design 101 Help for Beginners Part 2. Depending on the configuration of your centers, meaning which are open, which are defined, and how they are connected, you emit a specific frequency which creates your aura. Aura is an energetic extension of your body about 2 arms length in any direction around you. The quality of this field is felt by everyone, even if you just walk by somebody on the street. So your aura speaks loud, even louder than your words, and it determines your human design type. So each type has a human design strategy that helps them move through life according to the nature of their energy field. And we have 4 main types described in human design system. In this video, I will be going over each type briefly so we can cover all the authorities as well that are at the bedrock of your decision-making strategy. And it will help you to start your experiment immediately. But on this channel, I will go in depth about all the most important aspects of your life through the lens of human design, like aura types in the context of relationships, business, career, visibility, and also the somatic aspects and nervous system integration of your human design blueprint. So, if you desire to dive deeper into your chart, don't forget to subscribe. And going back to aura types. First, we'll start with the aura type, which involves what kind of strategy a person is designed to use so their natural energy field works without much resistance. So let's start with the Manifestor aura. This is a rare aura type. 9% of the population of people who have a closed and protected energy field that pushes and impacts everyone and everything around them. Manifestor is the energy type who is designed to initiate and start something new, removing obstacles out of the way and opening doors for other people. That is the reason why their aura needs to be closed. It needs to protect the initiation by removing anything that can disturb the process. So the movement of the energetic field needs to push away, or in other words, repel. And thanks to this aura mechanism, manifestors are designed to impact and change the lives of others in a very profound way. And not everybody is ready for this kind of change, especially when it comes without any warning. So manifestor's strategy is to inform those who might be impacted about what they're planning to initiate. So the people who are interested in whatever a manifestor initiates can join the process, or they can get out of the way if they do not wish to be a part of this process. This way, manifestor can avoid the anger that can come if somebody resists them and disturbs their flow and movement. Or, for example, when people try to control them because they can sense that whatever manifestor does, it is going to bring a change. And people are often afraid of changes. So when manifestor learns how to inform beforehand, they can clear the path of resistance and experience the very things that are most valuable to them: more peace, freedom, and the fulfillment through the impact they bring to this world. Informing is not a natural strategy that is easy for most manifestors, but learning how to do it is at the bedrock of managing this huge impact and responsibly holding the power in a way that it's correct for their bodies. Aligned manifestor can be a bringer of new ways and innovative possibilities that can change many aspects of this world. The next energy type is a generator, which also includes a manifesting generator. Together, they make up about 67% of the population. And this aura is open, enveloping, and magnetic. It attracts everything towards it. This type is designed to use their powerful energy resources to build and create this world. The strategy of this aura is to wait to respond to the things that are coming towards generator and manifesting generator, so they can engage their precious life force with something satisfying to do. If this is your aura type, your strategy works perfectly when you are asked a yes or no closed questions, like do you want a coffee or would you like a hug? These questions are very helpful for your process. It doesn't always have to be a question, it can also be something outside of you that your body is responding to, like for example a social media advertisement. It needs to be the outside stimuli that gives your body reaction to do or not to do something. For you as a generator or a manifesting generator, the goal of this game is satisfaction with using your energy. If you do not wait for life and opportunities to come to you first and you try to push and initiate like a manifestor, you will encounter frustration. As a generator or a manifesting generator, you are the builder of this world. You are designed to create whatever energizes you to express your innate creativity, which needs to be activated through your response. Remember that without you, nothing would be sustained. So in a healthy expression, generator types are modeling joyful productivity. So committing one's energy to the things that sustain us and bring satisfaction. So many people go to jobs that are actually draining them and create standards of what is the norm for most of us. So the mission of a generator and manifesting generator is to use their energy in alignment with their bodies and personalities, and if they can do it, we will have a different world. Manifestors, generators, and manifesting generators are called the energy types because they can manifest or generate energy. Now we will discuss projectors and reflectors, the non-energy types, which simply means that they are designed to guide or evaluate the use of energy provided by energy types, instead of doing all the work by themselves. So let's talk about projectors. They make up about 23% of the population, and their aura is focused and penetrating the other. So they absorb the energy of a human being who is in contact with them, and they are able to see and recognize their frequency. Projectors read others like an open book, and because they can do it, they are designed to be advisors and guide people towards success, helping them use their energy in the best possible way. In order to help others in that way, their strategy has two parts. First is to wait to be mutually recognized. So they recognize others and others recognize them for their gift of seeing and being able to guide them. After that step, projector needs to be officially invited to do so. If projector initiates and forces their observation and advice on the other without being asked for that first, people will resist it. Not everybody likes to be watched and observed and get comments about themselves. This may make a projector bitter and not appreciated for their brilliant and most of the time helpful advice. If aligned, projectors are designed to experience success with guiding people or working with systems. Projectors' energy is precious and they are not designed to physically work like generator types. They are much better as specialists who are paid by their people or system skills, so like manager, guides, consultant, coaches, etc. And projectors are designed to master systems and be recognized for their unique gifts, and then invited to guide processes that improve life. The rarest type is a reflector type, which makes around 1% of the population. That is the only type that doesn't have a channel, so they do not have a fixed energy in them. And if you do not know about the channels, you can watch my first video in this series that explains how it all works. And coming back to reflectors. So reflectors have all centers undefined. Their aura is like a Teflon. It touches everything around them, but it doesn't stick. They sample the frequencies of people and transits and the environment around them, and then they are able to taste it and reflect it back, being like a judge who objectively evaluates if things are going in the right direction. Reflectors have the most changeable nature, and they are designed to change every single day with the movement of the moon that goes through different gates and repeats its trajectory every 28 days, influencing the energy of a reflector. Each month, like in a clock, reflector will go through different phases depending on their specific design. And their strategy is to wait at least 28 days before making important decisions because they shift so often. This way, they can avoid disappointment in their environment and are able to enjoy the surprise that comes from their changeable nature without the consequences of making rushed decisions. Reflector in alignment is like a mirror that has the most objective view on reality and has the potential to see and sense beyond what most people can, but they require a lot of time and patience to sample many ways of how something can be assessed. They are designed to look for what and who is different, and what is in the global conditioning that is influencing us all. Human design, type, and strategy are the first touch base for you to tune into your body's decision-making process. It gives your mind something to pay attention to while you wait to see what's there to make the decision about and wait for your body to say yes or no. Is there something to inform others about if you're a manifestor? Did you respond to something or someone asking you for your energy instead of initiating it if you are a generator or a manifesting generator? Did you get recognized and invited to guide others if you are a projector? Did you get initiated by people or transits and wait at least 28 days to see if that's for you if you are a reflector? When you follow your human design strategy, you experience a correct movement of your frequency in this world. The next hugely important aspect of making a decision is to tune into your human design authority. We have 8 types of authorities, but each person will have nuance and added flavor to how it shows up for them. Yet the general essence stays the same. But before I continue with all the authorities, if you got any value so far and you want to show me some love, you can hit the like button because it helps me to know if this content was helpful to you. Also, if you want to discover more Human Design Explained videos like this, please consider subscribing. Now let's continue with all the authorities one by one. Solar Plexus Authority, or in other words, emotional authority, is the most common authority to have, present in about half of the human population. So you can see it in manifestors, generators, manifesting generators, and projectors. So the needs, emotions, feelings, or desires of people with emotional authority are changing very often. If you have this as your inner authority, remember, it is just the chemistry of your body that influences these changes. You should always wait before making a decision to go through different stages of your emotional wave to see how you feel about something over time. And you're going through a range of feelings, from being hopeful and positive about something to experiencing emotional pain, like melancholy, disappointment, and just lousy mood. You're actually designed to wait till you are not too excited or not too nervous about something. It allows you to process everything in a deeply profound way, looking at the world, people, and things from different angles and perspectives over time. So your perception of reality may change, and making a spontaneous decision is actually not a good idea, because you are designed to wait for emotional clarity. And that's when the body feels grounded and calm. And after taking some time to settle, you are actually able to correctly decide, listening to your body. And it also feels like there is no charge in your body. So when you feel shaky inside, too scattered, even if you are very excited and positive about something, do not decide. Wait. Pay attention to your emotions over time. These different states matter and are like a data bank for your body to decide when the time is right. But in general, you need to arrive to more neutral place, not too emotional, positive about something, but also not too down and depressed and without any hope, like in pain. These two extreme states are just the points of your wave. So you are waiting for the moment in between, but it's not mind. It's literally what you feel in your body when you are tuning into the decision. And depending on your strategy, so your aura type, as a, for example, projector, first you need to come back. Did I actually got recognized and invited? And then feel into and take time into that invitation. Was it something you responded to as a generator or manifesting generator? And now you need to respond over time with emotional clarity. Or as a manifestor, if something you want to initiate and comes from your body, if you considered who might be impacted, take your time to feel into it and initiate from the moment of peace and clarity and being grounded in your body. So the next on our list is Sacral Authority. And this authority belongs only to generators and manifesting generators who do not have the solar plexus center defined. So your authority is based on a powerful motor function in your body, and it simply tells you if you have the available energy for the activity or engagement with the things or people which were pulled into your environment. But the trick is that the answer can't be a mental decision. It is a tangible body sensation. So when something is correct for your body, you may feel the expansion of energy and aliveness. Or you can be literally pulled towards something. Your body would just move towards some direction without any effort. You just see yourself going there and starting to do the things which brings you satisfaction. It may also show up as a vocal grunt, like when somebody asks you a yes or no question, and this sound comes immediately after being asked and you do not have time to think about it. So it comes in a split seconds, like immediately, like yeah. On the other hand, when you have feelings of restriction, closing yourself off, feeling like you have a wall in front of you, or your body is pulling back or away from something, or after you were asked yes or no question, you answered immediately with a grunt, something like this. And these are some of the ways your body may communicate to you that it doesn't want to do something. So if this is your authority, remember it is moment by moment process. Sometimes something that was not for you, the next day can be a yes, or even the next 15 minutes. It was just not correct at that time. And it all depends on your energy, and your body is in charge of that, not your mind. This is your sacral center, which is about physical energy to sustain life and generate something. So it literally tells you, do I have a bank full, or is it empty and I need to recharge with healthy sleep to be able to start to do things. If you are a person who has a splenic authority, it means that you are a projector or a manifestor, and you are designed to listen to your body quiet, gentle signals that do not repeat themselves. The truth, if something is right for you or not, is revealed in your body moment by moment, in the very moment, and that's it. And your authority is about health, well-being, and safety, and it is rooted in the oldest awareness we have, fear of survival. What is considered healthy and good, even if it is, may not be good for you at that very moment. The next day, the very same thing or person that was not good for you yesterday may be great today. And if you have this authority, it is not so easy to say exactly how your body will warn you or tell you that something or someone is good for you or not. So I have heard many times that people are describing this authority as your intuition, but it is much more complex than that. And it depends on the channels and gates involved when we look at your individual chart, because for everybody it's going to show up differently. So it could show up as a smell, and this is connected to the tribal activations. Maybe something smells bad, maybe the place it's just stinky, or the person in front of you doesn't smell that good, and that's how your body is showing you, oh, something is off here. And maybe it's also, there's this saying that you can smell a rat. So it's all about experimenting if you have any of the tribal definition here. Tribal definition also is connected to touch. And maybe if somebody hugs you or somebody touches you, you may feel repelled at that very moment, and you can feel like your body wants to pull away. It can also be something connected to your taste, and the taste can be like physical taste, but also what you see, a sort of like pattern recognition. It's not to your taste. So this visual taste comes from the collective activations in your chart on the side where the splenic center resides. Maybe the visuals that are presented on somebody's websites are just not to your visual taste, and maybe that's how your body sometimes shows you that something is not right. And the next one is coming from the gates and channels that are individual, and this is called sudden knowing or intuition. And maybe it's something like an inner voice coming from yourself that tells you, like, in a very second, like, don't go there, change direction, or you know something and you have no idea how you know it. And this is based on the audio frequency, not visual, not touch, not smell, not taste. This is the audible part of this authority. So the details of splenic authority in general, as you see, may be very complex, and actually we have different emotional waves or different types of responses, but in that case it's really important that you learn how exactly it may show up for you and experiment it and test it. And also, if you are interested in going into depth and into your chart, this is what I do in my coaching program. You can check the link in the description below. So the next on the list is ego manifested authority. And if you have this authority, you are a manifestor who is designed to follow your heart's desire. And it may sound cliche, and in the general meaning of this word, it is, but in human design, the heart center is a hub for the energy of your willpower. And this is where your authority comes from. So if you have ego authority, it means that when you make a decision to commit to something which you desire or want to do, you need to have the energy of your willpower to do it. If there is no energy, it means that the time is not right. And another very important element is to know that your ego manifested authority speaks. So you speak your will, and that's how you know what is the truth of your body, not your mind. But the trick is that it has to be a spontaneous expression and not a planned sentence in your head. So let's say you have a conversation with a friend about your work, and you tell her or him how you hate to have a boss, and suddenly you hear yourself saying, I really want to have my own business. This is your authority speaking. You said it naturally without a script in your head of what you should say next. So your experiment is to pay attention to what you say spontaneously about what you want or not want or desire to do in your life. And when you experiment and see if the things you describe brings you peace, because the peace is the signature of a manifestor who is on the correct path. And when you experience peace, that's the biggest signpost that you have followed your inner guidance. In human design, we also have another type of ego authority, which you can find only in projectors. It is called ego projected authority, and it is a very rare authority that comes only from one place in the body graph, the channel of initiation, a design of needing to be first. And with ego projected authority, we have a similar case like with a manifestor. So there needs to be a rise of the energy of willpower and desire to commit to something. If there is no energy rising in you, it is a no, or it is not the right time. But there is a big difference when we see projector with this authority. It needs to work in alignment with projector's strategy, which is to wait for mutual recognition and invitation. But what does it mean? It means that someone needs to first recognize in a projector their willpower and ego drive to be brave and go first and make things happen. Even if this channel is called initiation, it doesn't mean that you go against your strategy and play a manifestor. If you're a projector with this authority, first you need to recognize who out there truly notices your gift and sees you for your design. And then after they formally invite you to deliver something with your willpower, you need to feel in your body that the energy is rising for that commitment. Then the last step is to selfishly ask yourself, what is there for me? Does this exchange bring us mutual success, or does it leave me bitter and used? And to display the power of your heart center requires a lot of work and a need for a long rest. So as a projector, remember your authority guides you to exchange the energy, not to deplete your precious resources. Let's talk about self-projected authority. It is an authority that you can see only in projectors. And if you have this as your navigation system, it means that you have a powerful voice of identity that speaks for you when you get the recognition and invitation. So your truth is expressed from the G center, and this is the place of love and direction. So your authority speaks, and your job is to listen to what you spontaneously say at the moment when you engage with people. It cannot be something you have planned to say. It will come automatically, and it will have a feeling as you speak from your higher self. And what I mean by higher self is that in the G center, in the middle of the chest, each human being has a magnetic force that gives us direction, and in the case of the self-projected projector, this force is a guidance for life. So when you speak, you feel it's coming from that place. It is like a very expansive and powerful feeling, like maybe a warmth in your chest. And depending on the channels involved, it may show up as a navigation that is based on, for example, past experiences. So while making a decision, you hear yourself sharing about the past story, if you have a channel of prodigal, or you have the channel of alpha. So when invited, you can share a logical, future-oriented direction. So your voice of identity speaks with the future-oriented solutions, and you may hear yourself being a leader and being an alpha in that more like, follow me, I know where we should go. And that's how your authority may speak about different things in your life, not only about leading like in that capacity, but with that kind of frequency in your voice. With the channel of inspiration, you can also empower yourself and others by knowing how to creatively contribute to society. And this is identity of the creative role model. And this is where you are just following this desire to express yourself and be seen in this world. With the channel of awakening, when recognized, you bring self-empowerment of the correct behavior in the now. It is this energy of this is okay, this is not okay, this is how we should love ourselves. That was self-hateful, that was self-loving. You may hear yourself in this kind of like, be awakened, be in the now. So in general, with self-projected authority, if you were recognized and invited, and now it's time to make a decision, you need to ask yourself if this will make you happy, and if this is the correct direction for you. And to know that, talk with people you trust without planning what you want to say. Just hear yourself speak. Maybe even record yourself and listen back. The answer is in the voice of your identity, and the decision you made will make you feel successful, not bitter. So sometimes you need to experiment and get to the moment of the bitterness because you thought you were following your authority, but actually it was mind. But that's why we have those signature signposts to help us know, oh, maybe we need to adjust. And I invite you to experiment and not take my words for granted. Human design is an experiment. So I just want to play with it and hear yourself speak and tune into the frequency of the voice that comes from this deeper place in you. If you are a mental projector, which is very rare type of projector, when you generate your chart in the software, you may see that in a section that describes your authority, it says no inner authority. And it doesn't mean that you do not have authority. It just means that your authority comes from the interaction with the environment. So in human design, we call it also environmental authority. In your case, your fixed definition comes from the mind. You already know that human design teaches that we cannot make a decision based on the mind. So how does it work for you? You are a very sensitive person that is open to influence of the people and environment because you have a lot of centers open. In order to make a decision, you cannot be in an environment that feels wrong to you. Otherwise, the people, ideas, and direction you choose to engage with might not be correct for you. Your process actually requires time to visit different places and see how you feel in your body while you are there. When you are in this space that feels good in your body, you need to have someone with you to talk things out, but not to ask about their opinion or advice. That person is like a sounding board for you, so that you can hear yourself speak and pay attention to the frequency that comes while you speak. You are designed to be certain. So if you hear this certainty in your voice, it is a good decision for you. But if you do not sound certain, you are kind of like in your voice there is this hesitation. Remember, this authority needs time, a little bit like an emotional authority. So you still need to check different places and possibly different people you talk to about the same decision over time. And you are designed to decide over time, not in the moment. If you do not have anybody to talk to, you can always visit different places and try to record your voice and hear it back. So the bottom line here is that the place is everything, and then different people who you can engage with and sample the place and the environment, which gives you a feedback. If you are a reflector, the rarest type on this planet, when you generate your chart in the software, you may see that in a section that describes your authority, it says no inner authority. It doesn't mean that you do not have authority. It just means that your authority comes from the interaction with the environment and transits, and more specifically the moon. So in human design, your authority is called Lunar Authority. And as a reflector, you have all the centers undefined, but the consistency of the movement of the moon activating the opposite hanging gate in your chart will temporarily make you experience different designs that change once or sometimes twice per day. You will have a specific pattern that repeats itself every month till the day you die. And when you have an important decision to make, allow yourself at least 29 days to go through all the different aspects of yourself, reflecting back the energy of the moon, and try talking things over with people you trust. On top of that, pay attention to the environment you are in. It needs to feel good to be in this place. And while you hear yourself speak about the decision over at least a month, at one point you will have this inner sense that decision is right for you. So if you think that you know what to decide, but it wasn't enough time for you to process it, hold back and just wait. Till now you have discovered the basic foundation of the aura types, their strategies and authorities. Yet there is another hugely important aspect of your chart, which is your life purpose. You can find it in your human design profile and incarnation cross. So if you're interested in information about your purpose, click or tap the screen to watch my next video about this amazing topic. I will see you there.